hard to capture, extravagant, reservate the track and it's militant, and I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifested, the gods work like appliances, dealing in my psyche.
Before we go any further, just want to say today's video is going to be brought to you by Wondershare Uniconverter, which I'll leave links to down in the description box as well as the pinned comment. Wondershare Uniconverter allows you to convert any video into any format that you desire, from WMV to MP4 to high quality 4K. If you're somebody like me who has a lot of videos on your hard drive, then the tool to compress your videos will definitely come in handy because it will free up that extra space that you need on one of your hard drives. You've also got the ability to screen record, which does help me out when I have to do the Q&As and the community response videos. Now, you've also got the pretty nifty downloader tool that allows you to download a video from the internet, and you can also burn that video onto DVD if you choose to do so. Now, one of the other things I found cool was also the video editor, in particular the smart trimmer that allows you to save a lot of time when trimming out content from your video, which, as somebody that has a full-time job and also does YouTube, I can tell you that definitely comes in handy. Now, I also found the watermark tool to be pretty cool, and being able to add your own watermarks as well as to remove them is something that is very, very helpful. Now, you've also got a pretty cool video player for audio and video files that comes in handy when you want to preview your work. Wondershare Uniconverter is a pretty nifty one-stop shop if you're gathering content or you're editing your videos. I highly recommend checking out my link in the description box as well as the pinned comment so you can start your trial of Wondershare today. But with all that being said, just want to thank Wondershare for sponsoring today's video, because without them it would not be possible. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the manga. And for anime only fans, this is the time of the month where a lot of the content that we talk about here on the channel is gonna be spoiler heavy, so I thank you for your support. However, if you're still here, I'm assuming you guys are all caught up with the Boruto manga, or you do not care about me talking about speculative theories that are gonna be based on stuff that takes place in the actual manga. So with that being said, though, let's jump right into the actual discussion. So diving right in, I want to cover another topic that was suggested to me by one of you guys over on Patreon, which is the idea of Sakura Uchiha, better known as Sakura Haruno, actually becoming the 8th Hokage, and the benefits of this actually happening. And the idea behind this is that essentially you want to actually do this because it gives Naruto the opportunity to step down as Hokage, leave the village in the hands of somebody who is more than capable of actually doing the job of Hokage and actually protecting the village, and allowing Naruto the opportunity to not only train Kawaki hands-on, but also take a hands-on level of training in Boruto's training, as well as Naruto himself undergo training to try and get stronger and recover some of that power that was lost when he lost the power of the Nine Tails. Because as Amado said in the manga, it's impossible to calculate how much of Naruto's strength he's actually lost due to losing the power of the QB. So we're on a bit of an adjusting, slidable scale when it comes to Naruto, because you're in that situation where once Naruto goes into Sage mode, we don't know how much of Naruto's power is going to be able to actually beef up based on his base. His base is pretty damn good right now. Base Naruto is still going to be stronger than the other Kage. So you're in this situation where Naruto is not as weak as a lot of people actually think he is. However, this gives you opportunity to where, just as Boruto and Kawaki and Team 7 begin to get more powerful, you can have Naruto not be bothered with the mountains of paperwork that come from being the actual Hokage, the mountains of paperwork that comes from dealing with international crises and attending 5 Kage summits and etc. Naruto can actually focus on the actual training. And anybody that saw the anime adaptation of Naruto Gaiden, you will agree that Naruto as Hokage has lost his battle sense. Naruto is very rusty, and so you're in that situation where he can start kind of recovering some of that battle sense that he's actually lost. And what I also like about this right here is that you're in a situation where it will very much do something that Masashi Kishimoto did in the actual Naruto manga, which is essentially Kakashi got stronger as Naruto and Team 7 got stronger. Land of Waves arc Kakashi was head and shoulders stronger than Team 7, but Team 7 was front and center when it comes to dealing with the actual conflicts. And as we started getting with more and more threats, and as Team 7 started acquiring more power, Kakashi went from being at a level where he was scared to fight Orochimaru to where once you got to the 5 Kage summit, he was willing to actually go up against Sasuke, fought against a version of Sasuke that had the power level of where he could actually kill somebody like Danzo, who would have been above Orochimaru from part 1, where Orochimaru during that time period was strong enough they scared Kakashi. And as we got to the war arc, as Naruto was acquiring more and more power, you started seeing what a lot of people refer to as an ass pull, which is called War Arc Kakashi, where his stamina just shot all the way up. He's spamming Mangekyo Sharingan and using Sharingan throughout the actual war arc, using Kamui multiple times before Naruto's giving him the actual chakra cloak. The thing on it is that we've seen how using Kakashi as a base model, this same thing can be done for Boruto and his generation. As they get more powerful, Naruto can start reclaiming some of that power, and as you get to the actual end of the actual series, Naruto might never recover that same strength level that he had with Baryon mode. He might never recover that same strength level that he had with having the Nine Tails chakra, but his power level will be increasing relative to the same level that Boruto and this generation are actually getting at. And then once they eventually actually surpass him, you're in that situation where Naruto is also fighting alongside his actual student and fighting alongside his actual son. That is something that does work. Again, I get it, Kishimoto powered down Naruto, but like I've said before, you can power the character down and gradually power the character up while also never allowing him to reach that same apex of what he was at before. That's why the very targeted language that's in the actual manga that says that it is impossible in order to calculate how much power Naruto's lost, which means that at this point, Naruto without Kurama can be as powerful as the actual plot dictates. And I think that you're in a situation where if you do go that route of what was suggested by one of the DMs I got on Patreon, you're in a situation where somebody else handles that day to day, and now you have a Naruto who he isn't as strong as what he was, but Naruto has undergone training, he's regained his battle sense, and now he's a sharper and a smarter fighter than he was in the past. I think that that could be something that actually works. It gives Naruto the opportunity to actually train his son more on a one-on-one basis in a way that actually benefits him more, and it also gives you the opportunity to have more of Naruto and Kawaki's relationship kind of shown and deepened in the actual manga. So that is something that narratively I could kind of see why you would kind of go that route. Now the thing on it, some people said, can Sakura actually protect the village? And I would like to remind you of something. So essentially, Sakura during this time period has had 13 years to store chakra into her Byakugo seal. The last time she used it was during the events of the Sakura Hida novel that takes place several months after the events of Naruto the Last. That's the last time she had to unleash that actual seal, which means she's been storing chakra into it for 13 years. Now, the reason why that's so important is a lot of people tend to forget the fact that when it comes to chakra, you can actually take chakra to beef up your strength, which is what Tsunade does with those enhanced punches. You can also take chakra and you can boost your speed, which is what the Raikage does. It's also what Sasuke does when Sasuke has that lightning cloak all around him. Sasuke's using chakra to boost up his speed. Naruto during the war arc, when Naruto got access to KCM, his physical body wasn't stronger, he just had more chakra to devote towards beefing up his physical stats. So 13 years worth of chakra in the Byakugo seal allows Sakura to boost her power and her speed to levels that would make her absolutely freaking insane. So you could leave the village in her hands long enough to do something like that. And honestly, given the fact that Sakura and Shikamaru are the 8th Hokage candidates, it kind of goes back to what Asuma said in part 2. Shikamaru is more than qualified to be Hokage, but he'll probably never actually take the position. So I think that, again, that is something that could work. Again, I don't think it's gonna happen. So I do appreciate the video topic in the DM over on Patreon, but I'll say this though, it is something where narratively it opens up quite a few doors, so I can kind of see why you will want me to actually talk about this. So my question for you guys, let's do something a little bit fun right here. So if you take Naruto right now without Kurama, and you take Sakura, who has been storing chakra into her Byakugo seal for 13 years, if Sakura unleashes that seal, who wins in a one-on-one battle? I'm very curious to know your thoughts. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Have an awesome day, guys.